Worry is a normal and natural human emotion. However, when worry begins to take over your life, it can have negative consequences. Worry can interfere with your ability to function effectively and can lead to anxiety and depression. In order to overcome worry, you need to understand its effects on your life and learn how to manage it. In this article, we will discuss the ways in which worry can impact your life and provide tips on how to overcome it. Why we worry. We worry because it feels good. It's a basic emotional response that evolved to protect us from danger and to ensure our survival. Worrying makes us feel in control and decreases our anxiety. It can also be helpful in problem solving, decision making, and planning. But too much worrying can have negative consequences, including increased stress levels, feeling overwhelmed, and developing anxiety disorders. How to identify the source of your worries. Worries can come from anywhere. They might start with a single worry, but as the day goes on, that worry might become bigger and bigger until it becomes overwhelming. Here are some tips to help you identify the source of your worries. 1. Start by identifying what worries you on a regular basis. This might be something as simple as one worry that crops up every day or week, or it might be something more serious that only comes up once in a while. 2. Once you've identified your regular worries, try to figure out why they bother you so much. Sometimes we worry because we're afraid of what could happen if we don't worry about it, but other times we may just find comfort in worrying about something. 3. Often the source of our worries is closer than we think. Oftentimes it's something that we're not even aware of, but once we identify it, we'll be able to find a way to deal with things. 4. If you can't think of a way to deal with the things that bother you most, it's probably time to get help. Once you know where your worries are coming from, you can start to work on addressing them. The source of our worries can be tricky to identify, but there are some clues that can help. We often worry about things that are important to us, or that we think might happen, and we may obsess over a particular worry until it becomes almost all-consuming. Take action. Don't just sit around and worry. Take action to address the things that are causing you anxiety. If you're like most people, you spend a lot of time worrying about the future. You may be wondering what job you'll have next, what your family will be doing, or where the world is going. But fretting won't get us anywhere. In fact, it can actually take up valuable time that we could be using to address our current problems. If you want to feel better, take action. Take steps to address the issues that are causing you anxiety. Sometimes it's possible to solve a problem by changing one thing at a time. For example, maybe you're worried about having enough money for retirement. If you're worried about having enough money for retirement, it might be possible to solve the problem by making a series of small changes. You might decide to get a higher interest savings account and set aside some of your pay each month. Or you might decide to cut back on your spending a little. Or maybe you could find a way to save some money that doesn't involve cutting back on your spending or putting more money into savings. Of course, it's important to remember that every change will have an impact. Practice self-care. When you're feeling overwhelmed by worry, make sure to take some time for yourself to relax and recharge. When you're feeling overwhelmed by worry, it's tempting to push yourself even harder. But taking some time for yourself can help calm your mind and give you the space to handle your worries effectively. Here are 6 tips for practicing self-care when you're feeling overwhelmed. 1. Make time for rest and relaxation. Rest ensures that your body and brain are getting the oxygen they need, which can help reduce stress levels. Relaxation techniques, such as meditation or deep breathing exercises, can also help ease anxiety and promote relaxation. 2. Eat healthy foods and snacks that will give you energy. When you're stressed, eating unhealthy foods can increase your intake of carbohydrates, which will spike blood sugar levels and add to your stress level. 3. Maintain a regular sleep schedule. Sleep deprivation can lead to an increased stress level, which can cause you to feel even more overwhelmed. Getting up at the same time every day and going to bed at the same time will help improve your quality of sleep. 4. Take care of your mental health. It's important to find a therapist, psychologist, or psychiatrist that can help you learn ways to manage and reduce worry. It's also a good idea to make sure your therapist or psychologist is familiar with anxiety disorders. If you want to work with one, get their credentials and credentials verifications. Keep a journal. Keep a journal of all the ways you worry about things. 5. Reduce the amount of time you spend on social media sites, especially when you're feeling stressed. Stress is a common occurrence during the course of any day, but it can really add up when it's constantly impacting your mood and productivity. If you're feeling overwhelmed or just don't have enough time to get things done, Consider cutting back on the amount of time you spend on social media sites. These sites are fun to use, but they can also be distracting and take up a lot of time that you could be spending on more productive activities. 6. Eliminate unnecessary stressors in your life. Stress is a common problem, and it's no secret that it can have a negative impact on our health. Too much stress can lead to anxiety, depression, and other medical problems. Studies show that stress can even be a factor in the onset of dementia. It's important to learn how to cope with stress and get the support you need to feel relaxed, happy, and healthy. Find a support system. Talking to someone about your worries can help you feel better and get some helpful advice. It can be difficult to talk about your worries, but speaking to someone who you trust can help you feel better and get some hope. Talking with a therapist or counselor can also be helpful. You don't have to go it alone. There are many support systems available, such as online forums or groups. Just be sure to find one that is right for you and that you feel comfortable discussing your worries with. Be patient. Overcoming worry takes time and patience, but it's definitely worth it. In conclusion, if you want to overcome your worries and live a better life, you need to take some time for yourself. Find something that makes you happy and relaxes you, whether it's reading, going for walks, or spending time with friends and family. Make sure to do something that helps you distress. Taking care of yourself will help you feel more confident and relaxed, which will in turn help you worry less and live a happier life.